You're a Formula One driver. Good enough to be on the grid with the 20 best drivers in the world, but not good enough for anyone to know your name unless they're an obsessive fan of the sport. You race for a midfield team, not Ferrari, not Mercedes, not Red Bull. One of those teams with a $150 million annual budget that sounds impressive. Until you realize the big teams spend double that and build cars that look like they're from the future, while yours barely scrapes points. You're 28 years old, 4 seasons in Formula One. Your best result? 5th place at Spa in the rain 2 years ago. Since then, nothing. P8 to P12, week after week. Just enough to keep your seat, but not enough for anyone to mention you when they talk about the future of the sport. Your contract ends in December. It's June. The team hasn't mentioned renewal. Your manager isn't getting calls from other teams, and there are 50 young drivers in Formula 2 and Formula 3 who would sell their souls for your seat. Some are 19, bringing $20 million in sponsorship. You're 28. 0 personal sponsors. But today is the Monaco Grand Prix, the most prestigious race on the calendar, where legends are born, where an average driver can become immortal in 78 laps, or so you think. It's 6:30 a.m. You wake up in a 5-star hotel room your team paid for, but you barely enjoy it. You slept 4 hours. Not because of partying, because of anxiety. Qualifying was a disaster. You're starting P14 in Monaco, where overtaking is nearly impossible, where the streets are 12 meters wide and the cars are 2 meters wide, where a 10-centimeter mistake costs $15 million in damage and possibly your career. Breakfast is identical to every race Sunday. Oatmeal with blueberries, 2 boiled eggs, whole grain toast. Not because you like it, because your nutritionist calculated that it delivers exactly 520 calories, 28 grams of protein, and slow-release carbs for the 2 hours you'll spend in the car. Your weight must be exactly 78 kg with suit and helmet. This morning, you're 77.8 kg. Perfect. At 8 a.m., you're in the hotel gym. Neck exercises. Even today, your neck must handle 5G under braking. Your 6 kg helmeted head feels like 30 kg slamming forward 50 times per lap for 78 laps. If your neck isn't prepared, you'll join the 60% of retired drivers with chronic pain by 35. Between reps, you check Instagram. 450,000 followers. Sounds decent until you see the driver 4th in the championship has 8 million. Influencers who've never driven a kart have more engagement than you. Nobody's asking for your jersey. Nobody has you as their wallpaper. You're invisible. And in Formula One, invisibility is a slow death sentence. 10:30 a.m. team hospitality. A temporary $2 million structure assembled every race. Glass walls. Marble floors. Baristas making cappuccinos for sponsors. Upstairs. Meeting room. Your race engineer. Strategy chief. Performance engineer. 3 giant screens full of data. P14, the strategist says flatly. Simulation says P12 if nothing happens. P10 if everything is perfect. 10th place. 1 point. 4 seasons in F1, and you'd celebrate 1 point like a win. Strategy, 1 stop. Medium to hard on lap 35. Conservative. Safe. We can't risk the car. You've heard that sentence 60 times this season. But you're not thinking about the budget. You're thinking that P12 won't renew your contract. You're 28. The clock is ticking. You nod. 1:45 p.m., you're in the car. P14 on the grid. Engine off. 10 minutes to formation lap. 200,000 spectators in the stands, balconies, yachts, millions watching on TV. But inside your carbon fiber cockpit, you're alone. You close your eyes. Ritual. Visualize turn 1. 280 km/h down to 80. 20 cars compressed into a taxi-sized street. Someone will brake late. Someone will crash. It could be your opportunity or your end. Formation lap. 5 red lights. Heart rate, 160 BPM. Right foot trembling at 11,000 RPM. Lights out. Lap 1. Chaos. 2 cars collide at Saint-Devote. Safety car. You gain 2 positions. P12. Restart. 280 km/h in the tunnel. 130 decibels even through the helmet. 5G braking. Your body weighs 390 kg for 2 seconds. Lap 12. You overtake for P11. Lap 18, tire degradation. Lap 23, black clouds. Then it happens. Biblical rain. In 30 seconds, the track goes from dry to flooded. Box, box, box. Everyone dives into the pits. If you stop, you lose 25 seconds. Race over. But if you stay out and the rain stops, you gain everything. Team principal joins radio. Box now. Don't risk the car. That's an order. You calculate. If rain stops in 5 laps, you gain 40 seconds. Top 5. Maybe podium. If it continues, you crash. Last place. Possibly your career ends today. You respond. Negative. Staying out. Silence on the radio. 5 eternal seconds. Lap 24. Hell. Aquaplaning. The car floats. 0 grip. You somehow survive. Lap 25. Rain weakens. Lap 26. Sun. Steam rises from the asphalt. Your slick tires regain temperature. Engineer shouts P3. You're P3. 3rd place in Monaco. You, the invisible driver. Lap 35. Pit stop. You drop to P6. Lap 56. You pass Russell. P3 again. Lap 78. Podium in Monaco is yours. You climb out. Legs shaking. Not from exhaustion, from adrenaline. Press conference. Generic answers. Inside you think, I bet my career on a 2-second decision at 280 km/h in the rain. I could have hit the wall. But now, everyone knows your name. Back at the hotel at 11 p.m. alone, team celebrates on a yacht. You declined. Your hands are still shaking. Not excitement. Residual fear. Because when you said negative on lap 23, you weren't sure. You were gambling. Russian roulette with your career. You won. But how many times can you win before luck runs out? You lie in the dark and realize today you stopped being invisible. But the price was risking everything. Now that the world knows your name, they'll expect you to do it again and again until one day the wall waits instead of the podium. You're 28. First podium. Contract renewed. Fame secured. And for the first time, you understand why 40% of F1 drivers struggle with anxiety. Because to be memorable, you have to risk everything. And once you do, you have to keep doing it. That's it for today.